everyone, welcome back to the Tarot Tanvi. I am Tanvi, this is my studio, and this is the Oracle guidebook that I'm gonna read towards the end of this video. I've already pulled the card to save time. So, anyway, so before I go on and blabber a little bit, I would just like to say that in case you would like to book a personal reading with me, all the links to my website, my Instagram, my YouTube, where I upload free readings, are in the description of this episode. So please feel free to contact me on any of these platforms. I'll be more than happy to hear from you. Okay, so the Mercury is a planet of communication. Okay, and Mercury remains in retrograde till 3rd of February. It came into retrograde on 13th of January and it will remain in retrograde till 3rd of February 2022. Okay, so of course, like I'm not too brilliant in astrology, but yeah, I know a little bit. I understand energies. So let's understand this from a very energetic perspective. So Mercury is a planet of communication. When Mercury goes into retrograde, you might read a lot of negative things on the internet, that this is a time when your past would pop up and you should be very careful, and your exes would contact you, or technological or there would be problems in the technology and the way you communicate and all that jazz. But let's take another aspect of why Mercury goes into retrograde and why this period, this span is very essential for your growth and for what you do in your life after this. So Mercury is the planet of communication, I repeat, and when this goes into retrograde, this is a time for you to take a step back. Okay, so not make any hasty decisions, not jump to conclusions. Understand that if you are feeling something, it's so that you can heal it. So you feel it to heal it. So for example, if any sort of past traumatic experience comes up to the surface from your childhood, from your past relationships, anything, if you're feeling it, it is there so that you can heal it. Okay, so work more on meditation, be more in the surrendered state, okay, being very spiritual. So surrendered state is when you don't try to control everything. So release control. So if you're a person who's too much in the logical mind, and if you have a job that's very practical, then I'm sorry, but like you might experience some changes in your plans. So the idea of this entire retrograde period is to allow you to go with the flow. Okay, so just keep this in mind. Stay very surrendered, stay very balanced, meditate a lot. You can use crystals like the black tourmaline, which really helps you ground your energies and feel more present in the situation. Okay, so don't get swayed away, and if you feel it, it is so that you can heal it. So the card that I've pulled for you is from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and this is called the Otter. I really like this deck and I would like to read the guidebook. So the guidebook says Otter means unobstructed joy, playfulness and contentment. It says perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck. The otter represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child available to us at any age. They have the giddiness and reverence for life itself without the presence of doubt, worry or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. When in balance, it's full of energy, it needs nothing. But when this card is out of balance, you might feel gloomy, sighs and make silly excuses. So the Otter card is exactly what would help you during this Mercury retrograde period. Mercury retrogrades can be very difficult when we try to, not be accepting of the challenges and the lessons that are being presented to us. If we do not try to learn from our situations, instead, we try to stay in that victim mentality that, oh my God, everything happens to me and I'm powerless. So this period is really to introspect where you have not been playful, where you are not accepting and going with the flow of life. if you are not accepting your challenges, and acceptance does not mean that, this is how I am, this is who I am, and I'm not going to change for anybody. This is actually resistance and not acceptance of your challenges. Acceptance means that, okay, this thing happened. What can I do about it? What is this thing trying to teach me? Okay, so that is when you begin to go with the flow of life, and you would really thrive during this Mercury retrograde period, and not really be very resistant or feel very sad during this period. So please be accepting, which means learn your lessons carefully. Be very introspective, and don't worry, wait for it to pass. Eventually, keep this in mind that every situation, be it good or bad, passes away. Okay? So I hope that this was helpful in some way, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.